Ninon, your host, and of course, again, we have an incredible guest. We have with us today Guy Dawson, and he has Classy Communications, which is I love the name of it because classy sounds very sort of English, and I absolutely love that. As you know, this is a weekly show, and whoever's out there watching, you will enjoy it. He has a lot to say. Guy, how are you?
Thank you. You know, hearing you say classy with that wonderful accent takes the whole classy to a whole nother level.
There you go. So he just went without him knowing. He's gone to a completely different level. He's now gone to the English level, my dear, which is quite fascinating.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Well, yes, because I wanted to have you on the show for two reasons. One, you're very new at doing shows. And number two, you're in the PR business, and being in the PR business in Las Vegas is a completely different arena than most places, because what you're doing PR about hair is very different, I think.
Yes, there are a lot of different themes.
Yeah.
Vegas is composed of many different themes. We have of course, the whole entertainment aspect on the Strip. But the niche that I've gotten into a lot, which is underrated about Las Vegas, is our entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh, really?
I mean, don't you think this is a town with a true entrepreneurial
Well, I think it's a town with a spirit of all of its own.
Lots of spirits.
Lots of different spirits running around Vegas.
Yes,
and
demons
in more
and
ways
otherwise.
than one. Yeah, more ways than one. But you know, I've been here 3 years, and I have to say that at the beginning I was a little apprehensive of where I'm coming from and for what I do. And everybody, and I have to say this, everybody out there, you've all been so wonderful to me and so kind to me, and sort of brought me into their world, a world I really didn't know, though I've been in the media business for years, dealt with the younger generation for years, but never realized that Vegas is slightly different. But you really have to get into the media section if that's what you're doing, and of course that's what we are both doing. I want to ask you a question. What makes your PR any different to get customers than everybody else out there? There's an awful lot of PR people out there. What makes yours so different that people will gravitate to you?
Well, just the fact that I have created these platforms, media platforms. I've been hosting a radio show called PR Connections for the last 4 years. What I learned from that experience is establishing a radio show put me on a different level in PR, because I had a platform. Initially, it was completely just created for my clients.
Yes.
For media training, preparing them for when I would book them on things. And what I noticed was that there was no other firm in town that did that. I used that as my guerrilla tactic to set myself out amongst all these other PR firms in town. I still have not had a competitor in all this time.
So you are competing, or you are doing actually sort of you're reaching more people, or what are you reaching?
The media has allowed me to reach a lot more people. I think basically my business is different than most PR firms, because not only do I go and prospect media for my clients, I actually create media.
You create media. So you see what I find with media, and what I find with a lot of companies out there that are marketing and media and social media and all, they've all got so many different names now out there, is who do you trust, and who do you know that are actually doing what you're paying for? It's very hard to track what you're paying for.
There are a lot of issues sometimes with PR firms really establishing the value of what a PR firm presents.
Yeah, what it presents, what it's representing, and all it is to do is what's going to do for you. So I say I employ you as my PR company, which I love the name and I like you, and I ask you to do. How do I keep track on what you're doing, and if you're doing it or not doing it?
If I'm not getting you in things, then
I'm out.
You're wasting your money.
Then I'm out of things. See, it's that easy. If you're not getting me in, I'm out.
If I'm not getting you in magazines or on TV or anything, I really use that. And I know a lot of PR firms out there would probably not be as blunt in presenting it as I am in that way.
This is what they do. They cover over it. So
right, because that's part of PR.
Okay. Now, can anybody in this town not have a PR firm or not have a marketing firm and still be able to get into magazines and still be able to sort of be booked?
Well, I teach classes actually on how to gain the attention of the media, even though I'm a publicist. Absolutely, it is possible to make connections with the media. The difference between the average person that's out there trying to connect with the media and me is that I know the editors, I know the people. It's all, and that's the name of my show, is PR Connections. It's really about, when you're hiring a publicist, what you're really hiring more than anything is their connections. It's the people so when I call the editor of such and such publication or TV station, I know that person. And I've got a pretty good chance of them returning the call. When the average person does it, I'm not saying that it's impossible. You can get things published, but you being a random...
When you're recognized, and I think you're recognized in the business as being honest and being out there, and you actually say, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And if you say, yes, I can call that news station, or I can call that magazine, or I can call whatever you're supposed to call, you can actually do that.
And the proof is in my ability...
Proof in the pudding is in the eating.
To produce a story, right?
Yes,
when you see your article in the Review Journal or in Las Vegas Woman magazine or some of these publications that I have placed clients in, then you say, and you actually will get some type of kick usually in your business, because free media is so valuable in leveraging your name and bringing business to you.
Well, absolutely. And I think when you talk about free media, you have this radio show that you've been doing for 4 years. Now, why did you go into radio and not TV?
I went into radio really on sort of a wing and a prayer.
You went in on a whim.
Literally. I was in the studio. I had booked a client of mine for an appearance on a friend's radio show.
Yeah.
And I went in the studio with him, being the PR rep. He did his segment. The host asked me to come on and talk about my business. I came on and talked about my business for a few minutes. I had been considering radio for my clients. I could see the value in it. Anytime you're able to tell your story and present yourself as the authority in what you do, there is value in that.
Absolutely value, absolutely. And then, of course, then there's the experience of, and obviously you've had a lot of experience on this. Have you always been in Vegas?
I have lived in Vegas since 1996.
So he's always been in Vegas.
I'm a vegan, yes.
He's a vegan, that's something different, isn't it?
A vegan or whatever they call you when you've been around here.
Yeah, I'm very new to this place. So I don't know what I am.
Yeah, you are definitely pre-vegan.
Yeah, I'm pre-everything, I think. But judging, it's funny, I was at a Vertigo's thing last night. She has this, collection thing that she does every week, the event, the social media event that she has.
Yes.
And she had it at the Lily Bar. And when I walked in, and Ninon got a photograph, and all of a sudden all these photographs are getting taken because I hadn't been there for some time. But they recognized me, and they gave me that honor, and they gave me all that stuff. And I just thought this was just such a nice thing to do. And
well, you're famous, Ninon.
I'm not famous. No. I just lived
I am the publicist for WCOBM. I have interviewed this lady. She is indeed quite famous.
Keep going. Actually, just paid two things. But yes, WC.
Paid endorsements do work when you're in PR.
They pay very well. I love it. But WCOBM is absolutely an incredible company. This is also a very new company. They've only been out, a year?
Yes, it's so exciting, all the things that are happening, watching this emerging medium of media before our very eyes just explode like this.
Yes, and they're also opening another place, I believe, in Los Angeles. I think they're going to open that at the end of June or beginning of July, around that time. But we're very lucky to be involved in this, because I truly believe that the internet is truly the place where it's all going to be happening. TV will always be around because you've always got the older folk, and they kind of, still with the TV. But I think mostly it's the internet. It's the, see what's going on, what's happening, and you can carry these things around with you.
Watch. It really is the new frontier of media. It will be absolutely internet, television, all forms of broadcasting on
Absolutely.
On
and on that, we're going to come back on that. I'm Ninon Live, and of course we have a guy with us, and he's absolutely incredible. We will be right back. Stay tuned.